Rob Stone, Randy Peterson, Kimberly Pressler welcoming you back to continuing coverage of the World Series of Bowling. We take a look at the updated step ladder here at the PBA Scorpion Championship, and Young-Jin Koo, the native of South Korea, a 41-pin win in match 1, and then a 48-pin victory in match 3, and then 25 better than Jason Belmonte, sets up the all-South Korean final. Time now for our Geico Championship recap.
Rob, this Geico is all about the strike fest from Dr. Koo. Match number 1, he takes on the rookie Dan McClellan and beats him 245 to 204 because all he did was throw a bunch of strikes. Kind of like the same thing that he did in match number 2 against Bill O'Neill. How about a six-bagger at O'Neill? He beats the hottest player on the planet 256 to 208. Then in match number 3, he takes on the two-handed phenom Jason Belmonte, and guess what? Just strike after strike after strike. He beats Jason 233 to 208.
So let's start our title match. Randy, shall we?
Absolutely.
Wonder what the Vegas odds were coming into today on an all-Korean final.
40 to 1.
40 to 1. And we knew there would be at least one Korean in the final. Jun Young Kim, your number 1 seed. But here's the number 4 seed. Young-Jin Koo has started every one of his matches with a strike today, has burst out of the gate every match.
Way to jinx him, Rob.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for.
Well, at least he hit the pocket and just let the flat 7, but yeah, he's been pretty much rock steady trying to climb all the way up the ladder and win for the very first time in the United States.
So Koo takes care of the 7-pin. Here's the introduction of your number 1 seed.
The tournament leader made a run from 11th position during match play, representing Korea, Jun Young Kim.
Kim, the 4th consecutive bowler in this 5-event World Series of Bowling to reach the finals as the number 1 seed for the first time ever. He is a righty. Righties have had all kinds of issues today. And those issues in the first frame would be none for Mr. Kim.
Well, and this is the first right-hander we've seen that actually moved farther to the left or the middle part of the lane and actually tried to hook it more. Another taboo. We saw Bill O'Neill use the taboo. We saw him win with the taboo. And you like the taboo, Rob? Because we're in Vegas.
That's right. 2 in a row for your number 1 seed.
And it's interesting because I spoke to Bill O'Neill during the break, and he said the only chance a right-hander would have to beat Young-Jin Koo is if he took a bowling ball, sanded it with about 360 grit sandpaper, and moved the first arrow on the right side. But that's not the case because Mr. Kim is actually playing way in. He started with a double. Let's see if it holds up. Oh, man. Seriously? Stone 9? Everything's been going his way the entire day? And he steps up and he goes solid 9 on the right lane?
Similar to what we saw last week. Sean Rash moving up the ladder. Everything going great for him until title match.
He ran into a buzzsaw. I mean, Scott Norton started with a front 8. That's hard to beat no matter who you are or how well you're bowling.
So Koo starts 9 spare, 9 spare.
Yeah, 7-pin stone 9 to start. I mean, I think he's trailing for the first time all day.
Koo's first strike of the title match.
You know, the players get to choose their own music, right? And this guy chooses
Kashmir from Zeppelin.
Kashmir from Led Zeppelin. That's
awesome.
So cool.
Awesome call by Dr. Koo.
Oh, man.
Jun Young Kim from Daegu, Korea. See, the first Korean bowler to qualify as tournament leader ever for a PBA event, and that includes the Japan Cup. What a quiet, smooth release as he goes 3 for 3 to open up.
Yeah, quiet and smooth, but he really revs it up and really bangs on it at the bottom of the swing.
Next week, it's the Shark Championship here in Vegas. History will be made in this event. And PBA World Series of Bowling has a pair of two-handed bowlers appearing in the finals for the first time. Australia's Jason Belmonte and Finland's Osku Palermo. See that one Eastern on ESPN. Kim looking for a Saban! Saban!
All right, so here's my question. What did Jun Young Kim know that the other three right-handers didn't?
Great question. The answer is?
Well, he played farther in. He moved in with a ball that hooks, while the other right-handers tried to play farther right and go straighter. And I think that was a nice blueprint laid out for him because he knew the straighter was not going to be greater. His only other option was moving in and hooking it.
And Koo gets his first double of the title match. Regardless, we will have the first Korean champion of a PBA event. The lead at 21 for your #1 seed, Jun Young Kim, through 4. Another strike for Dr. Koo.
This is good. Good stuff, man.
Jun Young Kim, your #1 seed. Kimberly with more on the South Korean. Kimberly?
Yeah, Rob, I spoke with Chun Bae, the interpreter for Jun Young Kim, and he told me that even though Kim is an amateur in Korea, he's been on many different TV shows, so he didn't think he was going to be nervous. But today, Kim woke up and he said he was very nervous. So they walked around, they took in the surroundings to hopefully calm his nerves, and from the look of how he's bowling right now, it looks to be working.
Yeah, I would say whatever they did worked quite well. An opening 5-bagger, Kimberly, for Kim.
I also spoke with the interpreter. You know what he told me about Jun Young Kim? I asked him about his style. I said, where did he learn to hook it? You know, did he get old tapes of PBA bowlers? He says, no, you know, we bowl on a lot more oil in Korea than you do here in the States. And if you don't hook it like this, if you don't have the rev rate, you can't make the ball curve.
Double wood in the 6th.
Well, this shot here looks like it hangs up on his hand. Watch this. He's going to loft this. We haven't seen him lofting any shots up until that one right there. It looked like it maybe hung up on his thumb. I'm not sure that was intentional. And you know what loft does, Rob? It delays hook, and that's why the ball went up light and left the 2-8.
Perfect on multi-spin spares today, trying to take care of the 2-8. Squeeze the 8 out of there. Head on over to PBA.com to download the hottest bowling game for your mobile device. It's PBA Bowling 2 from Concrete Software. The game allows you to bowl against many of your favorite PBA stars in multiple venues. Click on the PBA mobile game link at PBA.com to download today. Who would you want to bowl against on PBA Bowling 2?
Bill O'Neill.
I want to bowl against Dr. Koo. Another strike for Young Jin Koo. And for Mr. Koo, a Saban 4-bagger.
And just answers the call. You know, he's trailing in the match. He knows that He's got to step up and perform if he wants to win this. Remember, he started with a 7-pin, then he went solid 9, now a 4-bagger. One more strike here, he takes the lead by 1.
How about that? Never count out Dr. Koo. Never.